All jokes aside, welcome back to the Style and Beauty Doctor here on YouTube. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about starting a skincare routine that is going to give you glowy, snatched skin, right? A simple routine. Okay, parts of it will be simple, parts of it won't be as simple. But essentially, this is my routine that I'm going to walk through and show you how to get that glowing, snatched skin. But also, we are going to be talking because ease up off the thing there. But also, because there's always society just coming all up and through, I wanted to talk about some things about, you know, getting up there in age and how you guys feel about that and how society tries to make us feel about getting older. Because a bitch about to be 40, okay, believe it or not, you know. Well, some people are like, yeah, girl, we been new. But I'm not someone who shies away from talking about my age. But without further ado, let us get into being snatched. So now we are talking about the morning, baby. You know, a lot of times in the morning we gotta get in, get out, and get into it because there's a lot to do. But also during the morning time, there are a lot of things coming for our skin, trying to take away from the glow and the snatchation. And this is why, you know, having a solid morning routine is important. So the first thing you want to do is cleanse, right? Not everyone's going to need to cleanse with like a full-blown cleanser. Some skin types and some people can get away with just splashing the skin with water in the morning and then moving on to the next steps in their routine. I am not one of those people. I do need to put a little bit of a cleanser in. Currently, I have been loving the Paula's Choice Hydrating Gel to Cream Cleanser, which I've talked about in a number of videos, and I'm not gonna, you know, like go through it again here, but, you know, just, you can search this name on my channel, the little magnifying glass, this little search icon, and search his name, or just put in Style and Beauty Doctor in the name of his product, or any product that you're wondering if I've talked about in videos, and it'll pull it up, because YouTube is powered by Google. Now, the next thing that I would typically do in the morning is exfoliate. I don't do it every morning. Maybe 2 to 3 times a week I may exfoliate. Some people like to exfoliate at night. It depends on where it fits in your routine, but let me talk to you about a couple of exfoliators. Lately, I have been loving the MELE Skin Even Tone Post Cleanse Tonic. And again, I only exfoliate 2 to 3 times a week. What you can wind up doing with exfoliation is you can over exfoliate, and an over exfoliation can lead to, you know, a compromised skin barrier, and a compromised skin barrier can lead to inflammation. And inflammation can lead to hyperpigmentation, and it's hard to glow like you want to when you have an uneven skin tone. So be careful in your skincare routines. I know sometimes you want to, you know, up the ante and do the most, but you can wind up doing the least and doing the most. Those of you who are acne prone, the Paula's Choice 2% BHA has been a fan favorite for the longest. It can exfoliate, the salicylic acid goes deep into the pore, clears all the gunk out, and is a good choice if you're someone who's getting acne. I like this, but only when I have acne, and thank goodness. Right now, that's not an issue for me. If you're someone with dry skin and maybe you're not looking to exfoliate in the morning, but you want extra hydration steps in your routine, a hydrating toner may be right up your alley. Or if you're someone with oily skin and you're feeling a little bit dehydrated, because that's a thing, you can be dehydrated and have oily skin. I like this one from COSRX. This is the Hydrium Watery Toner. I've used this every once in a while. It's not something that I need in my routine regularly, but like for instance, when I went to Atlanta and I was flying on a plane, I did use this in my routine beforehand. I also love the Origins Mega Mushroom Relief and Resilience Soothing Treatment Lotion. It's a toner, but it also helps to calm the skin, and it's got some ingredients in it that can help to soothe the skin. So that might be something also to look into if you have dry skin. Another exfoliator that I have been liking, this one is from Kiehl. This is the Daily Refining Milky Peel Toner. You know, you gotta shake it up before you use it. But this is good if you're someone who, you know, you want a chemical exfoliant, but you find that a lot of them are a little bit harsh on your skin. This one is gentle, it has emollients in it. You know, it's something that can kind of help you have that exfoliator in your routine, but it may not be as like aggressive on your skin. But of course, as smart skincare people here on this channel, we don't just slap a bunch of stuff on our skin and hope that we're not going to get affected by it. So for sure, make sure you do a patch test before you try anything new. I like to use a vitamin C serum in the morning. Vitamin C, and there's a whole video on the vitamin C guide for black skin. So make sure you check that out because that's going to have lots of information on vitamin C. Vitamin C is an antioxidant that helps to fight against lots of stuff that happens to the skin during the day. Every day as we go innocently outside, minding our own business, there are lots of things that are trying to come for our skin and make it age before it's time. UV is one of them. Free radicals, environmental damage, pollution. There's so many things just trying to, all in the atmosphere, coming all up and through, trying to get at your skin. So vitamin C can help to fight those things. Vitamin C is also a great component to help skin with its collagen production. Collagen is that protein in the skin that gives it its snatched appearance. We tend to lose bit by bit as we get older that collagen in the skin, which is, you know, why our skin tends to sag as we get older, right? But not just as we get older, other activities like smoking, drinking, living wild and free, okay, on the substances can also, you know, kind of break down that collagen in your skin and, you know, make you a little less snatched. Now, I like to use a vitamin C serum. A couple that I have loved so far. Hyperskin, I was using that serum until I probably have like this much left in it. Hyperskin is actually a black woman owned brand. I actually have known the owner for quite some time. Love her. Check out their brand. Typically with my skincare routine, I like to keep the same products in over and over and over, but since we've been talking about skincare so much on the channel for the past like year and a half, almost 2 years, I was like, you know what, let me switch it up so that I have other things to talk about. I've also used and liked the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Vitamin C Serum. That's another one that I've liked in the past. I just recently, I haven't tried it yet. This is the Beauty Stat Universal C Skin Refiner. This has L-ascorbic acid in it, and L-ascorbic acid is like the gold standard for vitamin C in skin. However, there are derivatives of vitamin C that you'll see in a lot of vitamin C products. That doesn't mean that they're necessarily bad, and for some people, they can't tolerate the L-ascorbic acid. They do better with the derivative. So, you know, just keep that in mind and check out the vitamin C guide for more information on that. I'm gonna try this little bit first and see how that goes and see if I need any more because I don't want to waste some product. Oh, but this feels really nice. It has like a serum-y type feel to it once you blend it into the skin. You need a little bit more. This is creamy. It is very lightweight. I don't think this is something that you have to like necessarily worry about, you know, making your skin feel. It's New York City, what can I say? So that is nice and creamy, but then it also feels very lightweight. I don't know why I'm showing you my skin because you're not going to see any results right away from using vitamin C once. Some other things that vitamin C can do for the skin is to help to brighten it. It can help even the skin tone. Now, vitamin C is a popular kid in the skincare school, but it's not the only antioxidant that can help, you know, prop up collagen and help fight the gunk that just comes for our skin during the day. I don't have any personal recommendations for other antioxidant serums because, you know, I'll try a lot of cleansers, I'll try a lot of moisturizers, and I'll try a lot of sunscreens, but products that are actually going to change the skin, I don't tend to try a lot of those. So I unfortunately don't have any personal recommendations for antioxidant serums, but we are a community. So if you have some recommendations for stuff that you use, please talk about it in the comments, you know, mention your skin type and, you know, all that pertinent information and then the name of the product and whatnot. And, you know, sharing is caring. Now, the next step in my daytime, keep it snatched, keep it glowing, part of my daytime routine, would be to use the Kiehl's Clearly Corrective Dark Spot Serum. I've been using this for, it's gotta be almost 2 months now. I had a little dark spot here, and then I had something here, and a couple things on my forehead. The dark spots here, yeah, a little something there, but it's not as dark as it was when I first got it. And then I had something here on my cheek, which I feel like you're not really seeing it. You're seeing discoloration there, but that was there before. But the dark spot that was there is gone. And we still need to work on the forehead. It hasn't been the full 12 weeks because you need to give a product like this 12 weeks before you start to see some improvement. And not all dark spots are created the same. I would say that the ones that I have are pretty superficial, meaning that they're easier to treat. Some of them can be a little bit almost like it's almost like they cut you deep. So it can take some time, and it may also require some professional hands and prescriptions and treatments and things like that to deal with that. But more on that in the hyperpigmentation videos that I have on the channel. But I'm not using this today. I just recently got a chemical peel, so I'm trying to kind of chill with what I have on my face. But I got a filming schedule to do, so here we are. It's getting warm out here in New York, okay? The high today is somewhere in the 70s. As it gets warmer, and it starts to like creep into those 90s, I don't like a lot of stuff on my skin. I want things that are effective and things that are gonna protect my skin, but I don't want a lot. I don't want no heaviness. I got oily skin. I ain't trying to have all that feeling on my skin. You know what I'm saying? So typically I would put a moisturizer on and then put on my sunscreen. But because the sunscreens that I have in my rotation are, you know, moisturizing enough for me to just wear them on their own, I'm just gonna wear them on their own. I was thinking of going in with I love this one. I've talked about this a couple times. This is the COSRX Sun Cut UV Perfect Milk SPF 50 Plus. This one's really nice. I'm going to skip this today though because I recently got a Cosmelon peel, and there's gonna be another video on that. But I still got a filming schedule, so I'm trying to take it easy, but also film some stuff here, but being realistic. But instead today I'm going to use the Olay Mineral Sunscreen SPF 30. I've talked about this quite a number of times. Typically I would need to use this sunscreen that came with the Cosmelon kit, and you'll see in the video, you know, my issues with that sunscreen. But today I've got a lot of other filming to do. I need to put makeup on, and this just works better with my makeup. I don't want to put something on that's going to irritate my skin, and typically mineral sunscreens are, you know, tend to have less irritation, typically, because there could be something else aside from the UV filters in a mineral sunscreen that might irritate your skin. So essentially, as I put this on, essentially in your daytime routine, you are doing things to protect your skin from them player-hating elements outside, and there is no way on God's green earth that you are going to have glowy, snatched skin if you're not wearing sunscreen. Like, I mean, if this is your first time coming across this channel, hi, hello, welcome, how you doing? You look cute, you know, stay for a while. I talk about sunscreen a lot here. It is essential. Even if you have a darker skin tone. I know a lot of times in our cultures, they'll try to let you feel as if, like, you know, we not white, we don't need sunscreen. That is so untrue. I ain't trying to make this into a science lesson because we're just here for the glow and the snatched skin, right? However, you need to know this. So there are different types of rays. There's UVA, UVB, UVC. UVC doesn't anyway, making this short and simple. UVB, right? Those are the burning rays. Those are the rays that tend to give people tans, that tend to make people burn. Typically, with those of us with deeper skin tones, we don't burn as easily as our Caucasian counterparts. However, that does not mean that we don't burn. I have burned before when I went on vacation in Barbados and I had sunscreen on, right? Well, the whole story is I fell asleep in the sun with sunscreen on, but that wasn't enough because I needed to reapply, but we can burn, right? But I think that the conversation around sunscreen for darker skin tones focuses too much on the burning part and also the possible skin cancer part. We don't get skin cancer as often as our Caucasian counterparts, right? But when we do get it, it often progresses because people aren't checking us for skin cancer. We're not thinking, oh, let me go for a skin cancer screening. So there is that possibility. And of course, there are people of color who do get skin cancer, right? But one of the big reasons why you would probably want things that are the likelihood of this happening to more people. Now, of course, you want to protect yourself from the sun, from skin cancer, and from burning, right? But for us, I think this is where, when I have a lot of like the sunscreen the anti-sunscreeners is that UVA, right? These are the aging rays. They account for 89% of the visible signs of aging, right? That black don't crack, right? But it can fold. And a lot of sun damage, you can't see a lot of sun damage with the visible eye, right? And UVA plus visible light, also, you know, light that's coming from the sun. I probably put on mad sunscreen sitting here talking to you guys because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. But you see how like nice this looks, right? And this is a mineral sunscreen. I talked about this in another video. UVA and visible light can worsen pigmentation. Now that's what is more likely to affect us, right? Statistically speaking, that is more likely what is going to affect us. And all of these skincare routines where, oh, you know, I'm trying to get rid of my dark spots. Oh, I just want a more even skin tone. Oh, I just want to, you know, stay as snatched as possible. Oh, I just want to glow. If you ain't got no sunscreen in there, what you do? Did you hear my neck crack? What you doing, boo? What you doing, boo? So, sunscreen. And if you're like, oh, I can't find one that doesn't leave a white cast, or it feels greasy, or cut it with the excuses. I have done way too many sunscreen reviews here on this YouTube channel for you to be like, you can't find a sunscreen. And there are affordable ones, and there's some bougie ones if you're into that as well. So just check out my sunscreen videos on this channel, and look at that. So that's daytime, right? Now, throughout the day, especially if you're going to be going outside, you're going to be sweating, there's going to be some oil production, you might run into an open fire hydrant, who knows, right? Your sunscreen can lose its efficacy from like being broken down by your oils, your sweat, water, things like that. Even water-resistant sunscreens still need to be reapplied because they're water-resistant, not waterproof. So you definitely want to make sure that you're reapplying your sunscreen throughout the day, especially if you're going to be outdoors, which a lot of us are going into the warmer months. Make sure you check out my reapply SPF video to see like a vlog of when I was out and about and put my sunscreen on. And there are things that you can do to reapply sunscreen over makeup as well. So check that out. So that is daytime, right? At night, what I tend to do, and I'll do this relatively quickly because there is like 2 or 3 other videos that I have on like my nighttime skincare routine. So yes, at night, after I've come in from such a long, arduous day of just being fabulous, I need to take the day off, okay? So what I'll usually do if I'm wearing makeup, or if you're someone who wears mineral sunscreens, because mineral sunscreens, you know, zinc, oxide, titanium dioxide, those are pigments, right? So it's almost like you're wearing makeup, so to speak, because that can be a little bit harder to just rinse off with your regular cleanser. So you're probably gonna need to double cleanse. So I double cleanse when I'm wearing makeup. I normally wear chemical sunscreen, so I usually don't have that issue. So if I'm not wearing makeup, I'll just go straight to my cleanser. All right, so after I have double cleansed, my routine at night is super duper simple. Now, it's changed within the last 2 weeks because I had that Cosmoline peel, but this is what I would typically do. So then I'll probably go in with the treatment, maybe the Kiehl's clearly corrective dark spot treatment. It's not often that I have new dark spots that I need to treat. So a lot of times after I've done double cleansing, sometimes I'll just move on to my eye cream. I have an Olay Eyes Brightening eye cream that I like to use. And then after I do that, I'll put on my Olay Retinol Moisturizer. See, I have been using the Olay Retinol 24 Max, but I finished it and I put it in a bag for like a future empties video. But this is the regular Olay Retinol 24, which if you've never tried retinol before, I would say to go for the Retinol 24 first, see how your skin reacts to that. You know, go low and slow. You may not want to use it every night, maybe every other night, and then see how your skin reacts to it. Let's just wax poetic about retinol real quick, because retinol can be an amazing component to the glowing and the snatched routine, right? So retinol does a number of things for the skin. It can help to even the skin's tone. It can help with the skin's regeneration process. Remember, we talked about that earlier, that process tends to slow down as we age. Like after 25, your skin's regeneration process is slowing down, and your collagen. You remember that collagen is the protein in the skin that keeps it snatched. You start to lose a little bit of that after 25, 25, 26, your collagen is already going down. And by the time you get to my age, you know, it's a little dwindling, so you need a little replenishing. So retinol can also help with that. Retinol also helps with skin texture, the skin's tone. Retinol can do a lot of things. Now, the thing is with retinol is that for some people, it can be really irritating. There are over-the-counter retinols that you can get, like this one, the Olay Retinol 24, the Olay Retinol 24 Max, which has a little bit more potency, but it also combines more hydration to kind of mitigate any type of irritation. But there are also prescription retinoids that you can get from your dermatologist. There are different types. Some of them can be really great for acne. Some of them are really good for getting rid of pigmentation. Some of them can be really great for, you know, fine lines, wrinkles, those sort of texture issues. Those can be a little, you gotta ease your way into it. Use the smallest amount, you ease your way into it. Tretinoin is a popular one. It's, you know, Retin-A is a brand name, and you may hear other brand names across the globe. But there's a video on, you know, easing your way into tretinoin, things that you need to know before you use it, that I have on this channel. So make sure you check that out, because you don't want to smoke with the tretinoin, okay? You want to take it as nice and slow as possible. Once you are, you know, using it correctly and using it in a way where it's not irritating your skin, retinol, or, you know, retinoids is the collective term, but retinoids can be amazing for the skin. But there are some people who just have really sensitive skin and just really cannot tolerate it. There are some other things that you can do. So here's a great thing about retinol. It can come in many forms. You can get retinol in a cleanser, you can get it in a serum, it can be a moisturizer, it can be in an eye cream. There's so many different forms that it can take, right? Now, bakuchiol is not a retinol. A lot of times people may call it a natural retinol. It's not a retinol at all. What it is something that is derived, you know, from nature, that can give you similar results that you would get with a retinol, right? It's not a retinol at all. It's not a vitamin A derivative. And sometimes you may see bakuchiol combined with retinol. There are a couple of products out there that'll combine the two. But why people like bakuchiol is because it is gentle and it may be a more appropriate active to be using during certain stages of life, like if maybe you're pregnant or you're breastfeeding. But of course, if you're pregnant or you're breastfeeding, you want to definitely clear anything that you're using with your doctor first, right? First and foremost. Now, I picked up this cleanser because I think this is probably the only thing that I have right now, like my stash, that has bakuchiol in it. I get a lot of products from brands, but then I also wind up giving a lot of things away, donating things and whatnot. So sometimes I keep things just for like show and tell, I guess, for like presentation purposes. So if you're someone who can't really tolerate retinol, try maybe using something with bakuchiol in it. Also, another thing that is great in a glowing snatch skin routine is sometimes we gotta see the pros. Sometimes you need to go to an esthetician and go for your regular facials and your regular treatments. These are things that are gonna be able to enhance what you were doing at home. I am not one to steer clear or be shy of going to Dr. Michelle Henry and getting some filler or some Botox, because these are things that also enhance what I am doing at home. And also because ain't no eye cream alive that can give you the type of volume that you would get from filler. And if you want more information on that, I actually have plenty of videos on when I have personally gone and gotten filler and Botox and esthetician treatments and stuff like that, chemical peels, all that jazz. Those are things that you can look into, so check that out. There's also a video on how to find a good Skin of Color Pro, because not everybody should be qualified, you know, touching our skin. So make sure you check that out as well. But I wanted to get into the social aspect of, you know, aging and you know, actually I want to be like I'm actually excited about turning 40 and being older, and I just, like, dare I say it's an aging baddie. Like, I ain't never had this much confidence before in life. I totally see why they say youth is wasted on the young, because like when I was young and had my good knees and my good back and all that stuff, I was so self-conscious and just walking around like, I mean, I eventually got better, but a lot of the stuff that I used to worry about when I was 20, I'd just be like, yo man, F that right now at nearly 40. You know what kind of sucks? Like, we get to this point as we get older where we have so much confidence, we're so self-assured, so self-aware, like we're the ish, right? And in society, be like, ooh, that old bitch. Ew, look at her. Like, it just really, that just really is like the part that sucks about it, right? But I feel like age shouldn't be something that we shy away from. Now, here's a funny story. I know an influencer who is the exact same age as me, who says that she never says her age or puts anything with her age on anything because she doesn't want brands to you know, not hire her because of her age. Now that is a very valid point, because I remember about 10 years ago when there were influencers who came before me who said that they stopped being an influencer because they stopped doing, now I used to do heavy makeup stuff, heavy makeup, influencing, you know, makeup swatches on darker skin tones, that kind of thing. Where people said that they stopped getting PR from brands, people stopped really watching their stuff and being interested in whatnot, and they were like, it got so bad that they just like gave up, right? That sucks. What makes someone old? I think what makes someone old is more of like a mind thing. Like, once you stop wanting to like try new things and like learn new things, and like you just like give up, I think that's when you become old, because we know of lots of people that are, you know, 60, 70, 80, they just, you know, they just getting in that life, like life. That's how I want to be. Essentially, my lifestyle as I get older is I just want to live a life of leisure, vacation around the world with my third husband, and just like, you know, live off the fat of my like crypto earnings, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want. Let me know your thoughts on this topic. I do know from my analytics that the vast majority of you guys on this channel are younger than me. Hey y'all. But let me know your thoughts on the topic of aging, and like, is it something that you worry about? Is it something that you're looking forward to? I look at women who are older than me, like Gabrielle Union, Taraji P. Henson, Viola Davis, Angela Bassett, Kenya Moore. My goal now is to get into the best shape I can as possible, because I'm trying to be out here showing my goodies in the streets, okay? Anyway, guys, follow me on social. I'll leave the links in the description box, and I'll see you fine folks in my next video. Bye, guys.